We're going to go back to that breaking news right now where Richard Rotter is found guilty of shooting and killing Officer Rocha. Here's a press conference.
I want to start by saying that no verdict will ever lessen the grief and pain that Officer Rocha's family and our Everett police family have experienced over the last year. And while I'm satisfied with the verdict today, I still remain deeply troubled by what our law enforcement officers face every day on our streets, trying to protect and serve our communities. I would like to thank all of the Everett police officers and investigators who worked this case. In particular, I would like to acknowledge the work of Snohomish County Sheriff's Office Detective Kendra Connolly. She has invested the last year of her life investigating this case in order to achieve justice for Officer Rocha and his family. I would also like to thank the two deputy prosecutors in this case, Craig Matheson and Bob Langben. These two are among the most professional, thorough, and competent prosecutors I've ever had the honor to work with. And lastly, to the family of Officer Rocha, the Everett Police Department will never forget Dan. We will never forget the sacrifice he made. We will never forget what he meant to all of you and the huge hole that now exists in your lives. But my promise to you is that we, the Everett Police Department, will do our best to fill that hole, to be there for you when you need us and even when you may not. We owe it to Dan and we owe it to you. And so with that, I will take a few questions if you have any.
Chief, what was it like for you personally just to hear that word guilty in the courtroom today?
Well, I had mixed feelings about it. Obviously, the guilty verdict is what I was hoping for. It's what the family was hoping for. But it doesn't take away, from the fact that it's no verdict is going to bring Officer Rocha back. But it was at least an acknowledgement from the system and from the jury that that Mr. Rotter was guilty of the crimes as charged.
The past year and the process of this trial, what has it really showed you about the support of the community and the legacy of Officer Rocha?
Yeah, the legacy of Officer Rocha will live on. This community came out, a little over a year ago today, and really showed their support for law enforcement, showed their support for the Everett Police Department, and showed their support and respect for Officer Rocha and his family. And I've been touched by that level of support that we've seen from the community ever since. And really what I hope for, is that we can get to a point where we're living in a world where that level of support is evident even when you don't have a police officer killed in the line of duty. Yes.
We were just hearing a news briefing from Everett Police Chief Dan Templemen following the guilty verdict for the killing of Officer Rocha. We'll have much more of this tonight later on King 5 News starting at 4 o'clock.